What's happening, everyone? I need to share something with you that just went down on SportsCenter today that honestly has me more excited than I've been about Giants coaching news in years, and I'm talking about the kind of potential hire that would immediately change the entire trajectory of this franchise and give them exactly what they've been missing for the better part of a decade. This is the type of coaching candidate that checks every single box you could possibly want. The kind of proven winner who could walk into the building on day one and command instant respect from everyone in that locker room. So buckle up, because what the ESPN crew was breaking down today about Mike McCarthy potentially becoming the next head coach of the New York Giants is absolutely massive and could reshape everything we think we know about this team's future. All right? Here's what had the entire SportsCenter panel absolutely buzzing this morning. And I'm talking about universal agreement among analysts, which is rare because these guys usually disagree about everything. The main story, the headline that everyone is going to be talking about for weeks, is that Mike McCarthy is emerging as a serious candidate to become the Giants' next head coach. And this isn't just speculation or wishful thinking. This is based on actual conversations and connections between McCarthy and the Giants organization. And when you really break down why this makes so much sense from every possible angle, it becomes crystal clear that this could be the hire that finally gets the Giants back to relevance. Hey, what's up, everyone? Before we jump into this massive Lakers news, I just want to ask you for a quick favor that would mean the world to me. If you could just take 1 second right now and hit that like button, it would be incredibly important to me and helps this channel grow so much. I know it seems like a small thing, but those likes genuinely make a huge difference in getting this content out to more Lakers fans who need to stay updated on everything happening with this team. So, seriously, just tap that like button real quick. It literally takes 1 second and it helps me out more than you know. Let me give you the full context that SportsCenter established right at the beginning, because McCarthy's background and current situation are absolutely key to understanding why this opportunity exists. McCarthy was just fired by the Dallas Cowboys at the end of the 2024 season after several years of regular season success, but playoff disappointments. Instead of immediately jumping back into coaching, he made the strategic decision to take the 2025 season off, to wait for the right opportunity, to be patient and selective about his next move rather than taking the first job offered to him. That patience and selectivity means he's fresh, he's rested, he's spent a year evaluating what went wrong in Dallas and how to do things better next time. The SportsCenter analysts were going through McCarthy's entire coaching resume, and let me tell you, it's elite in every sense of the word. This man won a Super Bowl with the Green Bay Packers, defeating the Pittsburgh Steelers in Super Bowl XLV. He spent 13 seasons in Green Bay, made the playoffs 9 times, won 6 division titles, developed Aaron Rodgers into one of the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Then he went to Dallas and consistently won during the regular season, going 12-5 multiple times and keeping the Cowboys competitive year after year. The playoff disappointments were frustrating, but the regular season success shows he absolutely knows how to win football games. But here's what the ESPN panel kept hammering home, and I think this is absolutely crucial for Giants fans to understand. McCarthy is a quarterback developer. He managed the transition from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, which at the time was one of the most difficult situations in NFL history, and he turned Rodgers from a raw prospect into an MVP-caliber quarterback. He worked with Dak Prescott in Dallas and helped him become a consistent performer even if the playoff success never came. For the Giants, who just drafted Jackson Dart and are building everything around developing him into a franchise quarterback, having McCarthy's expertise and experience is invaluable. What really got the SportsCenter crew excited was discussing how McCarthy's experience and leadership would immediately change the culture in the Giants organization. This is a team that's been undisciplined, that's made mental mistakes, that hasn't had that veteran steadying presence in the coaching position for years. McCarthy brings instant credibility, instant respect, instant accountability. He's been a head coach for nearly 2 decades, He's won a championship, he's managed difficult personalities and high-pressure situations. When he talks, players listen because they know he's been there and done that at the highest level. The show dove deep into McCarthy's coaching philosophy and how it would fit with the Giants' current roster. And this is where you really see how perfectly the pieces align. McCarthy believes in establishing the run game, in playing physical football, in winning at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The Giants have invested heavily in their offensive line and have talented running back, but they haven't had a coach who knows how to properly utilize those strengths. McCarthy would immediately implement a ground-and-pound identity that fits what they already have, while developing Dart through a quarterback-friendly system. What I found particularly fascinating during the SportsCenter discussion was when they talked about McCarthy's experience handling media pressure and coaching in big markets. He spent 13 years in Green Bay, where the expectations are massive and every decision is scrutinized. He spent 5 years in Dallas, which might be the highest pressure coaching job in all of sports. The man is battle-tested. He knows how to handle difficult press conferences. He knows how to manage relationships with ownership and front office. He knows how to tune out noise and focus on football. In New York, where the media circus can overwhelm coaches, having that experience is huge. The panel also spent significant time discussing the offensive and defensive staff McCarthy might assemble, and this sparked really interesting debates. McCarthy has connections throughout the NFL. He's worked with some of the best coordinators and position coaches in the game. He knows how to identify and hire quality assistants. The analysts were throwing out names of potential coordinators who have ties to McCarthy or who fit his philosophy, discussing how he could build a comprehensive coaching staff that covers all areas of the team. One thing that kept coming up repeatedly was the question of whether McCarthy still has the fire and hunger to succeed after being fired by Dallas. Some coaches, after getting fired, become bitter or lose their edge. They coast on past reputation without that burning desire to prove themselves. But according to sources cited on SportsCenter, McCarthy is motivated. He wants to prove that the Dallas situation wasn't indicative of his abilities as a coach. He wants one more shot at building a winner and doing it the right way. That hunger and motivation is exactly what you want to see from a coaching candidate. The show also explored the financial and contractual aspects. And this is important because McCarthy wouldn't require compensation to another team since he's currently unemployed. The Giants wouldn't have to give up draft picks or engage in complicated trade negotiations. They could simply hire him outright. That makes this a much cleaner and simpler process than going after a coach who's currently employed elsewhere. You negotiate a contract, you bring him in, you get started immediately. No complications, no delays, no additional costs beyond his salary. What really resonated with me during the ESPN analysis was the emphasis on stability and continuity that McCarthy would bring. The Giants have cycled through coaches every 2 to 3 years, creating constant upheaval and preventing any long-term plan from taking root. McCarthy has proven he can stick around and build something over time. He had 13 years in Green Bay, 5 in Dallas. He's not a guy who jumps from job to job. If he comes to the Giants, there's every reason to believe he'd be there for 5 to 10 years, giving the organization the stability it desperately needs. Listen, after watching the entire SportsCenter segment today on Mike McCarthy potentially becoming the Giants' next head coach, I'm completely sold on this being the right move. His championship pedigree is undeniable. His quarterback development expertise is exactly what Dart needs. His experience and leadership would transform the culture. His availability makes the process simple. This is a home run hire if the Giants can make it happen. The kind of move that immediately makes them more credible and gives fans legitimate hope for the future. McCarthy knows how to win. He's proven it at the highest level, and he's ready for one more championship run. The Giants need to make this happen.